Yards across America are filled with old stuff piled up everywhere. My job is to sort through the rubble and uncover the hidden treasures of the yard sale. I sort through the trash and turn crap into cash. Hi, and welcome to episode 11 of Pickin Vegas. My name's Mike, this is Dusty, and this is the show I do about the stuff I find at local yard sales and estate sales. Yesterday was a great day. It was Saturday, it was sunny, and there were sales everywhere. We got a pile of stuff to go over. So let's get started and I'll show you everything I found yesterday. Okay, here we go. We got a lot of stuff. We got golf clubs and all kinds of stuff. A lot to go over. So we're going to start over here with this really neat Cadillac sign. It looks like it's an old metal sign, and it's just wood and it's modern, but it's really cool, and I got it for $2, so how do you pass that up? And next we have this, this is a metal sign, PMS, be afraid, be very afraid. We all know what that is. And next to that, again, that's an item probably paid $1 for. Most of this stuff is bundle items that would be $1 or less on some of these things. So next we have this Hexbug robotic. It's kind of like a Lego thing. I had one in a previous episode, so I'll keep looking for these. They're kind of expensive, new. They have limited resale value, but maybe as a bundle or something, they're going to do pretty good. And below that, we have an erector set. Everybody knows that, and this looks more of a plasticky kind of thing. I don't know, I haven't really looked inside it. Again, it was maybe $1, so. And then we got a whole bunch of video game controllers, one up there and some more down here on the table. Again, this is a bundle thing. These would be all less than $1 items. So, and some of these are good and some are kind of cheapy off-brands. But again, I just took everything. And that was including all the video games, where we ended up with, I think, somewhere near 50 video games. And I got all of that for about $50. So pretty good deal there. And we have a brand new little laser tag game. Again, I buy this because it's cheap. It was probably $1, so there's something to make on it for me. And then below that's Duel Masters. That's a card game, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon kind of thing. And again, I got it cheap, and I think it'll make a couple bucks. And here we have a Uncle Moses book, old book. Again, we got it really cheap. Couple neat salt and pepper shakers. Again, $1 items. This one's Washington, D.C., a little window on it, and then the little things. You move this back and forth and get your stuff out. And this one, the little bears come off. My wife found this really cool little glass, little mouse in a martini glass. You can see it's got a little olive there. So pretty cool little item. And at the same sale, again with the mouse theme, was this really pretty little porcelain mouse on a metal base. So another kind of neat little item. Again, these are $1 items we got. And then next to that is a cool little lighter gun. Probably runs on butane or something. We'll have to check, see if it still works, but it's cool all on its own. And above that is a Nikon film camera. I don't always buy these. I like the old film cameras, but I got this for $5, and it has a Nikon autofocus lens. So I don't see how I get hurt. I don't really know what it's worth or not, but film cameras are really making a comeback, so maybe somebody will pick it up. And then above the camera, we have a couple locks. I mostly got this one in a bundle pretty much for free, just for the parts I need for another set. But this one was brand new with the keys and everything. $2, pretty good deal. And then we got this kind of cool little dragon dog thing for, again, $2. So not a bad deal on that either. And next to that is just a variety of Halloween things. These will all go in our personal collection, but we got them all really cheap. I think $3 for this and maybe $1 for the rest of that stuff. It wasn't much. And then we have this Star Wars apron, and it says, "Does this apron make me look like Fett?" If you get it. So there you go. Pretty neat. Again, in the bundle, really didn't have much money in it. So as we move over here, it's like deja vu. What the hell is this? Another Champion juicer. So as weird as it is, this is how this stuff goes. You'll come across things and you'll get them one after another, and then you'll never ever see it again. So we were at another sale this weekend, and boom, there's another Champion juicer. Picked it up for $25. So pretty good deal. And then got a whole bunch of toys, cars, Star Wars, Hot Wheels, regular Hot Wheels. We got some Rick and Morty stuff. We got some little alien toys. A lot of these other figures I don't really familiar with, but we got all this stuff really cheap. So we just took everything good and got it all for like $10. So we got some Firefly plush guys, some Star Wars plush guys. So it'll be curious, and some other little guys here. Again, this was all just in a bucket or box, and so we dug everything out we liked and got it for one good price. We got a metal detector here. We picked that up for about 10 bucks. And behind that are some Nerf guns. We got these two at a sale, again on a bundle, so they were probably maybe $2 each. And I think about the same on that, $1 or $2. I know some of the big Nerf guns are worth some money, so I'm kind of buying these to get some Nerf knowledge. So we'll see what they're ultimately worth. Next to that, we got a microscope. I think we paid about 10 bucks for this. Kind of cool. You don't really see microscopes very often, and this one looks at least a little bit industrial. And it looks new. It's got the foam and the instructions and some stuff to play with it. And we picked up a couple of old Sports Illustrated. There's a Pete Rose and a Dan Marino, Joe Montana. So, I mean, even the Goodwill was wanting $5 a piece for them. So, again, bundle items, paid probably literally almost nothing for those. And down here on the ground, we got a whole ton of boxing stuff. This was all in a tub, all mixed up with a bunch of other crap in there. Asked the price, the lady said $1 each, so I ended up at $10 for everything. We got 2 pairs of gloves, or 3 pairs of gloves, the smaller ones there, and some sparring stuff and pads and everything for 10 bucks. So it should work out pretty good. Most of this I'll sell as a lot to somebody, and then I'll try to see what some of these gloves may or may not be worth. And then over here, we picked up some Mustang hubcaps. Got these cheap, probably $5 for them. Don't really know what they're worth, but I did manage to get out of the guy. They were off a '66 Mustang, so at least now know what they go to. So I'll clean them up, and hopefully they bring some money. And here we have an Alesis. This is an amplifier. I think it's a karaoke kind of thing. I'm not really even actually sure exactly what it's for, but the lady said it lights up, and so I picked it up for $40. I think there's some money to make on it. This company makes good stuff. And over here next to the amp, we have a car cover. Looks pretty new. I picked it up really cheap. I can always use these things. I have cars, so anytime I can grab one for under $5, I do, because they don't last that long in the Nevada sunshine. And on the ground here, we have a Coach bag, a leather bag, actual real Coach one. It's not a fakey one. Probably might end up keeping it. It's so nice. But in any case, we got that again for almost nothing, $1. Trick to all this stuff is getting it cheap. If you don't get it cheap, there's no point in buying it unless you want it. And to finish up here on the ground, we got 2 nice sets of golf clubs, some Nikes and some Callaway Big Bertha irons. It looks like the Nikes is a pretty complete set, and the Callaways looks like it's missing a 4 iron, but still worth some money. I don't know exactly what these are worth currently, but I got them really cheap, probably about $2 a club, so I'm pretty happy with them. I think they can make some money. So next we'll get started looking some of this stuff up, figure out what in all this stuff is really worth some money. So I'm going to be excited to see what we can find here. And in this corner we have the boxing and MMA gear I picked up. We'll start over here. I kind of looked everything up to see if there's anything super great, and there's nothing really super great, but it's all pretty good considering. These gloves here were around $80 new, and I expect about $25 for them. And these Everlast ones were probably over $100 new, and I'll probably maybe $35 on those. This belly pad, I'm expecting at least $25 out of that. They can sell for around $100 and up on the internet when they're new. And then the rest of this gear, I plan on just selling as a lot for around $40. So all in all, I spent $10 on all of this, and I expect $125 back. So that's a knockout in my book. Here we have the golf clubs I picked up this last weekend. When I do buy golf clubs, I like to look for good brands like Nike, Callaway, TaylorMade, and Ping are all great brands that usually do well. When I do buy clubs, I look for iron sets and putters. Those really are the best things that are easy to sell. A lot of other stuff you could sell too, but the prices on used golf clubs can be all over the place. So I just tend to stick to the really good brands, and I do pretty good with them. And this is another good example. After checking these guys out, this TaylorMade is just a single iron. It's a 9-iron, but it looks like it'll bring an easy 25 bucks just by itself. This set of Big Berthas is, it's not a complete set, it's missing the 4, but it should be around a $100 set of clubs. And then these Nikes were pretty surprising. They should bring at least $150, and they're a 3 through 9 with the piece. So all in all, I spent around 40 bucks on these, and I expect right around 275 bucks for them. I'd call that a hole in one. Welcome to Fern the Fox. This is a little plush named Fern, and Fern is a Scentsy Buddy. Scentsy Buddies have a little zipper that you can unzip and put some kind of stinky thing in there of some kind. And what's amazing about this is that this thing is valuable, really valuable. Kind of the stupidest thing I've run across that's valuable so far. One of these on eBay just sold for 60 bucks plus shipping. There's only one other for sale, and it's $75. So I am at best $1 in this little guy. The lesson here is look stuff up. You have to look everything up. The craziest things can be worth money, and this is a prime example of how something stupid can really be valuable. I expect at least 50 bucks out of this guy, and I only paid $1, so I'd say I did just fine on that one. And taking a closer look at the microscope I bought, these are kind of interesting in that something like this at a yard sale, there's just not many people shopping for a microscope at a yard sale. So it's something you can usually get a good deal on when you have some kind of weird, odd thing that nobody else is really going to take a look at. And such was the case with this one. Turned out really good. It came in the original styrofoam, has a nice little test kit. All the little lenses and things are there. I plugged it in, the lights work on it. So it turned out pretty good. I'm in this thing for around 10 bucks, and it looks like I'll get an easy $100 for this on eBay. So this is, again, the kind of thing you can make some money on. Is the kind of thing not everybody's looking for. And here we have the little bag toys we bought. We bought a whole bunch of toys. All of them were bagged. They were in a box at a sale where there was really nothing else good there, but we bought all the toys that were in the box. I'm glad I did. They're kind of interesting stuff, and it's a good chance to learn about these. We do have a couple different things going on here. A lot of these are made by Funko, and they're called minis. And that's these guys here. These are all Rick and Morty's, and you can see they have a very cartoon kind of look to them, and they're kind of even between their heads and their bodies. Their heads aren't super big. These are DuckTales here, also the Funko minis. And then these are Funko little mini bobbleheads that are Avengers. And over here we have more Funkos. This is Moana, and then more Funkos, which are Mad Max Fury Road. But then here we have, these guys are called Titans, and you can see these guys have a lot bigger head to them, so they have their own kind of look. But both of these things have a lot of value. These aliens, I haven't really priced everything out yet, but I did see these eggs alone can bring $20 a piece. These face grabbers, which grab onto the front of they're 10 bucks a piece, and these guys can bring 10, 15 bucks a piece all on their own too. And then a couple other surprises so far anyway was this little Hey, the little rooster from Moana. Should bring anywhere from $15 to $30. And then this lady here from DuckTales, she'll bring $20 to $30 all on her own too. So we did really good with these. I haven't priced every little thing out yet, but a quick look at it, it looks like we have an easy $150, maybe $200 worth of little plastic vinyl toys. So when you see them out there, look for the Titans with the big heads or the Funko minis that have a more cartoony look, and you might be onto something. Okay, and this is going to wrap up episode 11 of Pickin Vegas. We had another really good week this week. What can I say? We spent a total of $246. I'm going to get back at least $1,500. So really good week again. I'm going to be out there digging through everybody's crap again this weekend. So I'll see you next week with a brand new pile.